Today's review, by request of Schmooman, is Transformers Studio Series 86 and Combiner Wars. Scrapper. We got SS86 Scrapper and Combiner Wars. Get your head out of there, you dum-dum. And Combiner Wars Scrapper. This figure is a little bit better, but not by much. And should not be Voyager pressed. Oh, he just dropped his gun. Actually, it's not. Don't fall. Bad. Accessories! So, getting into their accessories, the Combiner Wars Scrapper, once again, includes nothing like all the Combiner Wars Constructicons, except long haul. While the SS86 Scrapper actually includes quite a bit. You do get his designated gun, which is pretty simple little gun he can hold, but you also get two larger gun pieces that these combine to form Devastator's gun, and I pretty much just leave them like this. They aren't really Scrappers. It's Devastator's gun just packed in with Scrapper. It's like how they're packing in, I want to say that they're packing Bruticus's gun in with Swindle is the rumor, because it's not with it's not with Brawl, it's not with Vortex, it's not with Blastoff, and it hasn't been shown off with Long Haul yet. So the rumor is it's with Swindle. So similar to that situation with Scrapper here. No, Scrapper? Yeah, Scrapper. Articulation. So getting into the Scrapper's articulation, they are almost the exact same toy. Like, I'm not even kidding. There are a couple differences that makes this a little bit less enjoyable. First of all, the head on this one's on a ball joint, so you can rotate, you get a little bit of tilt, you get a lot of down and no up, but randomly his head will fall into his chest because it's on a pulley system, and the lock isn't amazing. The arms, they can rotate. You've got a little bit of inwards butterfly. You've got out less than 90 at the shoulder. You've got bicep, no elbow, and nothing at the wrist. You got no waist because ankle joint. Legs can kick forward. They can kick back. They can kick out. There's a thigh rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the knee, ankle tilt, and no movement at the foot. And ankle tilt's only about this far. Unless you kind of move it. It's fine. SS86 Scrapper, on the other hand, he's got a ball-jointed head that can rook all the way around, a little bit of tilt, a little bit of down, a little bit of up, arms can rotate all the way around, little bit of inwards butterfly, shoulders go out more than 90, bicep rotation, elbows, nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist because ankle is in there. Legs can kick forward, they can kick back. This is probably the worst part. His outwards movement's a little loose on mine, on both legs, but there's a thigh rotation, 90 degrees of bend at the knee, foot move forwards now, and ankle tilt that isn't impeded like that one says. So overall, SS86 is the better poser, but not really because of much, except this guy doesn't have elbows, which is weird. Yeah. Transformation! So now getting into their transformations, they are almost identical. We'll start with Combiner Wars, but that's just the nature of this character's design. So you're going to fold up the hands, then you're going to push his head in to his chest, you're going to stretch out the bucket, then you can slap the legs together, you're going to rotate the cab all the way around, you're then going to bring up the legs, fold up the feet, and bring the feet around to the bottom. Tab the arms into the feet, like so, and then just bring the bucket down. There's Combiner Wars. Now, SS86 is pretty similar, but just a little bit nicer. You're once again going to extend the bucket, and then you're going to take this hook piece and flip that around, and the bucket will tab into the main body. Then you can come around here and rotate the cab around. You're going to open his chest and flip the head in. That prevents the head from falling. Occasionally, you're going to fold up the hands Then you're gonna bend at the elbow backwards, and then you can compress the hands in, and they will tab into the main body. And then latch the legs together. You're going to split them open, bring the back of the legs around to form the back of the scooper, and tab the feet into the legs, and bring the feet around, and they will tab into place. And there are two digger modes. We got Combiner Wars and SS86, and they look pretty good. This one's a little bit nicer to me than this one, but they're pretty similar, honestly. More transformation! Now, the biggest change to this mold is the combine mode, because they fixed all the issues with this figure, on this figure. The biggest issue with this figure is, in order to get the bucket to become the toe, there was a tiny tab that plugged in here. Now, most copies, including mine, that tab sheared itself clean off. So this does not lock in at all, meaning a lot of times you'll have Devastator just collapse because of this puny tab was the only thing locking everything in. But to make him his combined mode, you're going to bring the bucket down like so. You're going to bring the arms around and into place. Then you're going to open the backs of the legs up and rotate the cab around. And basically what would happen is these would lock into Devastator's legs. And you'd be playing with Devastator, right? You got all the articulation, and then Devastator collapses because there's no locking here. For SS86 Scrapper, he's a little bit different and a lot better. So you're going to bring the bucket out, and it will lock into place here. And then we're going to take this latch, and this latch will latch here, which is a lot more secure than this tab was. Then you just bring the arms out, around, and then tab them back into place. You don't need to unbend the elbows for this one because this is a bit smaller Devastator. Then you will open the legs up because Devastator will tab in between them. And then you will just rotate the cab around. And there's... Sorry. There's 86 Scrapper, and if I put pressure on them, you can see this one falls. Combiner Wars falls immediately. 86 doesn't. 86 is a lot more stable than this thing ever was, even with the tab. It was not very sturdy. And tab broke like my second time combining it. The tab is not strong. But there is my look at SS86 Scrapper. Conclusion! This is probably the closest I've been saying to that the Combiner Wars is better, because I do think the legs are nicer on the Combiner Wars one, just because they're not as tight. But the fact that the Combiner Wars one doesn't have elbows, and the new one does, means, once again, buy the new one if you want a Devastator, or if you even just want a Scrapper. Sure, I'd be a little bit less willing to buy the new one, because, well, unlike the old one, the new one is, how do I say this? Too expensive for what it is. But if you're building Devastator, I'd rather you build the new SS86 Devastator.
If you watched this whole video, you probably enjoyed the video, so you should show that by liking the video. I don't have comments yet for some reason, but when I do have comments, comment down below. And subscribe for more Transformers reviews. I have a review every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a short every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you're interested, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.